Five Nights at Freddy's is probably one of the most influential video game franchises of the modern era, period. The game has spawned a whole multitude of mascot horror games, from the likes of Bendy and the Ink Machine to Poppy Playtime, and has single-handedly caused and fostered the creation of thousands of fan games. And since this week/month that this video is coming out in celebrates the 10-year anniversary of the first Five Nights at Freddy's game, I decided to make this video talking about the legacy of a franchise that has held a place in many of our hearts. Happy birthday, Five Nights at Freddy's, and let's start the video. One of the most remarkable aspects of the legacy of Five Nights at Freddy's is the sheer number of fan games it inspired. From the early games of the franchise, fans have been eager to create their own stories, mechanics, and experiences within the universe Scott Cawthon introduced to the world. Take, for example, Five Nights at Candy's. This game pays homage to the original series while introducing new characters, settings, and mechanics. The dedication and creativity of the fanbase have been nothing short of extraordinary, especially in this case. Then there's The Joy of Creation, a fan game that took the horror elements from Five Nights at Freddy's and amplified them to a whole new level. This fan game takes a stationary mold that many fan games take inspiration from and twists it on its head by allowing you to free roam, upping the horror and agency that you have just by that much. Now, I know there are plenty of other amazing fan games, but if I talked about them right now, we would be here for days, so I'm not going to do that. What I am going to talk about instead is how some of these fan games, like The Joy of Creation that I'm playing in front of you right now, are funded by the Fazbear Fanverse Initiative, which is something that Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, made to ensure that some fan games that people really liked in the past get another game that is not only ensured to be profitable, but also have the quality that we all know and love.
Don't!
The impact of these fan games is evident not just in their creation, but in how they are received by the community. Let's plays and reaction videos of fan games often garner thousands of views, if not millions, showcasing the enduring love and enthusiasm for the FNAF universe. Fan creativity doesn't stop at making games. However, the FNAF community is brimming with fan art, cosplay, and even community events dedicated to celebrating these fan-made projects, and original-made games alike. Just like the FNAF anniversary that we're having right now as this video is going out. This outpouring of creativity highlights the deep connection players feel with the franchise. From One Night at Funtime to Pop Goes, the variety and volume of these FNAF-inspired fan games are staggering. Each one adds a unique twist to the original formula, contributing to the rich tapestry of the FNAF legacy. Fan games are a crucial part of the Five Nights at Freddy's legacy. They demonstrate the powerful impact of Scott Cawthon's creation, inspiring countless individuals to explore their own creativity and share their love for horror gaming. In the next section, we'll delve into how FNAF has influenced the broader genre of mascot horror titles.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's, an indie horror game that you guys suggested and
Beyond the realm of fan games, however, Five Nights at Freddy's has significantly influenced the creation of other mascot horror titles. This subgenre, characterized by its use of anthropomorphic characters in horror settings, has grown exponentially thanks to the groundwork laid by Five Nights at Freddy's. One of the most notable examples is Bendy and the Ink Machine, which released in 2017. This game combines the charm of classic cartoon characters with a dark, twisted storyline. Like FNAF, it uses the setting and characters to create a sense of nostalgia mixed with dread, capturing the player's imagination and fear simultaneously. This time with a Disney Mickey Mouse sort of cartoon, rather than the Chuck E. Cheese twisted version of Five Nights at Freddy's. Another significant title in this genre is Poppy Playtime. This game takes the concept of creepy lifelike toys and places them in a dilapidated toy factory. The influence of FNAF is clear, from the use of familiar childhood icons turned terrifying to the puzzle-based gameplay that keeps players on edge. FNAF's influence extends to many other games as well, such as Hello Neighbor, which features a mysterious, almost cartoonish antagonist, and Duck Season, which combines retro gaming nostalgia with horror elements. Tattletale also follows this trend, turning a seemingly innocent toy into a source of terror. The appeal of these mascot horror titles lies in their ability to blend the familiar with the frightening. Players find themselves both nostalgic for their childhoods and terrified by the subversion of these memories. This duality creates a unique horror experience that continues to captivate audiences. Now, if we are going to talk about mascot horror titles, we have to talk about the oversaturation of the genre. Especially after FNAF Security Breach, a game that showed free roam mascot horror titles could work, and Poppy Playtime, many developers began to work on their own mascot horror games for their own success. These developers just oversaturated the market and made the games that were supposed to be scary just dull and boring for the players. The prime example of this is Garten Abandon, a series of 6 games that takes mascot horror as a concept and doesn't go anywhere to actually make the game scary. Nevertheless, mascot horror titles owe a great deal to Five Nights at Freddy's. The game's innovative use of familiar, friendly characters and terrifying scenarios has paved the way for a whole new subgenre of horror games. In the next section, we'll explore how FNAF has inspired creativity and innovation within the broader horror gaming community. This is going to be a short little section, but one way Five Nights at Freddy's has dramatically influenced the gaming market in general is with indie developers and inspiring them to be able to continue to make profitable games. Scott Cawthon started out as a very small indie developer. Actually, Five Nights at Freddy's was his last game before he was gonna retire because he thought games weren't gonna make him successful. But Five Nights at Freddy's showed him otherwise. Other indie developers, people who aren't big companies, never thought they would ever achieve big success with their small games and small development teams until Five Nights at Freddy's blew up. Once that happened, Scott Cawthon basically showed them that it is possible to make a successful game in general and something fun for people to play, even if you're not a big corporation. Small little part here, but let's move on to the next big topic. Beyond the games, the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise has expanded into a vast multimedia empire, encompassing a movie, books, spin-offs, like the one that's coming out today as this video is coming out, VR, AR, and the merchandise. Let's dive into how FNAF has extended its influence far beyond its origins. Starting with the books, the FNAF series has released several novels that delve deeper into the lore and backstory of the games, even though set in a different universe. The Silver Eyes, co-written by Scott Cawthon and Kira Breed Worsley, was the first to explore the narrative in novel form, followed by sequels that expanded the universe even further. Five Nights at Freddy's has also expanded into the film industry with its own movie. The movie has been highly regarded by fans, including me, and there's a second one coming out, with teasers all throughout this past week coming out for the animatronics. Just like the footage you're seeing on screen right now, virtual reality has offered a new way to experience FNAF's scares. Five Nights at Freddy's VR Help Wanted and Help Wanted 2 immerses players in the terrifying world of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza like never before, leveraging VR technology to enhance the horror elements and immersiveness to make the experience even more intense than it already is. Augmented reality took the terror to another level with FNAF AR Special Delivery. Although discontinued right now, this mobile game brought the animatronics into your own home, blending the real and virtual worlds to create a truly unsettling and free experience. It's another example of how FNAF continues to innovate and expand its reach beyond the computer screen. Spin-off games like the new Five Nights at Freddy's and the new Into the Pit game that will come out soon have also added new dimensions to the franchise. These games combine the traditional horror elements, in some of them, like Into the Pit, with wacky, weird elements like Five Nights at Freddy's, allowing players to experience the world of Five Nights at Freddy's in a totally different way. Merchandise has also been a significant part of FNAF's success. From action figures and plush toys to clothing and accessories, FNAF merchandise has allowed fans to bring a piece of the game into their own everyday lives. The wide range of products has helped to keep the franchise in the public eye and maintain its popularity even between games. The Five Nights at Freddy's franchise is much more than just a series of games. Its expansion into movies, books, spin-offs, VR, AR, and a wide array of merchandise has solidified its place in pop culture and demonstrated the power of a compelling, well-crafted universe. But beyond the media empire and merchandise, the true legacy of Five Nights at Freddy's lies in its impact on the fans and the gaming community. FNAF has brought together millions of people around the world, sparking creativity, inspiring new games, and fostering a passionate and dedicated community. As we celebrate the 10th anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's, it's clear that this franchise has left an indelible mark on the horror genre and gaming as a whole. Scott Cawthon's creation has not only terrified us, but also inspired a new wave of horror games, redefined what indie games can achieve, and built a community that continues to thrive. FNAF's legacy is seen in the countless fan games, the innovative horror titles it inspired, and the vibrant community that keeps the spirit of Freddy Fazbear alive. It's a testament to the power of creativity and impact one game can have on an entire industry. So here's to Five Nights at Freddy's, a game that started as a simple indie horror title and grew to a global phenomenon. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to the franchise, remember that the legacy of FNAF is more than just scares. It's about the community, the creativity, and the enduring impact of a truly unique story. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the legacy of Five Nights at Freddy's. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your own FNAF memories in the comments below. Happy 10th anniversary Five Nights at Freddy's, and here's to many more years of frights and fun.